Hi, my name is Steve Carlson. I was a global director of GE Aviation until recently retiring, and I've been a long-time volunteer and supporter of junior achievement. So I'm glad to talk to you in this lesson today about planning. And there are a lot of different types of plans, whether it's for your personal activity or if you're in a company doing planning. But one of the things that I found most helpful, there's a book by Stephen Covey called The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. And what he talks about in that book is starting with the end in mind. So starting with the goal of where you want to be or what you want to achieve, and then put together a plan as to how you will get there. So if you want to have a certain annual sales goal that you're doing in a business, or a goal in school that you want to achieve a certain grade in a class or a test, or even in my case, I want to take a vacation someplace. I want to go overseas. In order to plan, you have to start with that goal in mind that said, I would like to, so last year, for instance, I had arranged to go to Normandy to see the beaches at Normandy with some friends, one of whom's mother landed on Normandy, the beaches after D-Day. But in order to do that, then I had to put a plan in place. And so we started almost a year before, actually it was more than a year before that, looking at where to stay, what airline to fly, what are the right prices, how many days, which days are best in accordance with the tourists that are all going to be around Normandy during D-Day. And so you started planning very early in order to achieve that. So much like in your class, if you want to get an A in algebra or English Lit, pick a class, before the class starts, you need to set a plan together as to how am I going to achieve that. You don't walk into a class on the first day in most subjects and have the knowledge to ace the course. So you need to talk about or write it down, a plan for yourself about doing the weekly assignments, doing the tests that happen, so setting up these incremental milestones and incremental plans that you can use to achieve the bigger goal. So it's the same thing when we talk about finances, right? Planning your finances wisely, and you could become a millionaire. Dave Ramsey has a plan for high school students and shows exactly how much, if you put X amount of dollars away for the next 40 years until you're 60, you could be a millionaire. And a lot of that is a plan. Again, if you say, oh, I want to be a millionaire sometime in my lifetime, but unless you put this plan together and start early in that plan, you'll just all of a sudden be 60 and wonder how you got there without anything. So if you, the key is, of course, to live on less than you make. Don't fall for high interest credit card debt or massive student loan debt. And we'll talk about those in one of our later sessions here. But the key to all of that is to know what your plan is in advance. It makes it much easier when you're enticed with and try to be lured to make purchases that you can't afford or to incur credit card debt, student loan debt that isn't going to pay for itself. So the key is, again, I would encourage you to start with the goal in mind, start with the end in mind, and then you can very easily list out the steps that it takes for you to get there. And that's a great way to plan for success. Thank you very much.